Hello there guys, Francis Gray here and welcome back to a brand new build video, and in today's video we're going to be giving some much needed TLC to my Sam Trick or Treat movie poster. I'll see you after this. Okay guys, so as you can see here is my poster of Sam from Trick or Treat. And it's nicely framed. Well, I say nicely framed, it's not nicely framed, that's the whole point of the video. So as you can see here, I am a fan of the Trick or Treat movie and I do love the character of Sam. And this was my first attempt at trying to frame this bad boy. But as you can see here, we have white lines shown through there, and we have a hell of a white line shown up here. And over the 2 years that I've had it framed, it's starting to, I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not, but it's starting to like sag and warp a little bit in some areas. So I have decided to make this a lot more better and a lot more autumn Halloween-esque themed. So this is going to get reframed, but I'm going to have some like a border put around it, but we're going to have like autumn leaves going around as well, so it looks all autumny, all autumny, and a lot more atmospheric. So to start this build off, now I have this very wide bit of that glorified cardboard / wood that you get on the back of picture frames. So you can see there it's peeling a little bit in some areas. Now I used to use this just to spray paint various items on, so as you can see there. And then on the other side, it was once a Marvel poster that used to be in my son's room when he was a kid, but it got destroyed, so I ended up nicking it for possibly one day using it, and today is that day. So I don't know if I'm going to get this on camera or not, but it is more or less bang on the right dimensions, so probably could have filmed that better, so apologies for not showing that, but you get the idea. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this into the garage, and we're going to go ahead and cut a center line all the way around, and then we can start thinking about painting it black. It's showtime. Okay, so now that we've got this into the garage, for the next step I'm going to go in with a nice long L bracket, and we're going to just basically line it up to the corners, and then we're going to get a sharp pencil and we're going to take our time to draw a nice straight line. So now that we've marked our outside of our border, for the next stage I need to go in with a drill, and I need to drill a couple of pilot holes just so I can get the blade of the jigsaw in. And then once that's done, let's rock and roll.
Let's rock!
Okay, so I know some people will be like, this could have been done a lot more straight and a lot more smoother, but we don't need the edges to be like 100% on straight, because these are going to be hidden later on. So for now this is going to work great. So I'm just going to go in there and I'm just going to tidy up some of the corners, and then we can go ahead and get a sand and sponge, and we can go ahead and try and smooth this down.
Soon after.
Okay, so this is looking a lot more smoother now, so let's crack on with the next step.
The next step.
So for the next bit I went in with a very sharp scalpel and I cut away some of the corner excess just so it's a little bit more 90-degree angles and nice and flush. So now that that's done, for the next stage, well, the next stage is kind of a little bit on the messy side. So I had this little bit of vinyl left over from a previous project, so I decided to put that in place, smooth it on out, and then this is going to work great so I don't get my work surface, well, sticky and gross. So yeah, so the plan is I'm going to go in with a black acrylic paint mixed with a lot of PVA glue, and then we're going to go ahead and paint multiple coats to the frame, and then that will do two things. One, it'll darken it down, and two, it'll make it a lot more stiff and rigid.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Day 2.
So yes, after leaving it a good 24 hours to fully dry, the next day I went in and I gave it its second coat, and I did this first thing in the morning and it was absolutely freezing outside.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so for the next part, now I have a collection of these, which are these like artificial leaves in 3 different colours. So a red, orange and like a brownie colour. And I think these will work great for over the top kind of autumn-esque feel. So I think these are going to work great. So I normally use these for photographs as a base. So like photographs like this. So as you can see there, you get the general idea. So I can always go out and buy more of these, but for now I'm just going to use these and I can replenish them later on. But yeah, I think these are going to work really good. So back to the garage. So now that we've got the leaves, for the next stage I'm going to go ahead and paint one more coat. So this is going to be the third coat of that black acrylic PVA mixture, and then while it's still wet we're going to start adding the first lot of these leaves in place, and then we're just going to leave them a good few hours to fully dry and harden in place.
What follows is a brief construction montage. We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
Okay, so now that we've gone ahead and left that another 24 hours to fully dry, now we need to go ahead and make sure this is really secure, because obviously you don't want to add the frame to it and then as time goes by then some of these will come apart and then you got random leaves just in the middle of your poster. That's not what you want.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So yeah, so now I'm going to go in with just some normal clear PVA glue, so no black this time I did. So yeah, just going to plaster it on there, and then same again, we're going to have to leave this another 24 hours so it's fully dried. So when I went to check on it the next day, I then realised that it was probably about 90% glued, and there was the odd leaf that just wasn't sticking right compared to its counterparts. So when in doubt, go in with more PVA glue, or at least that's what my old granddad used to say. So yeah, so just whack on a load more PVA glue, and then same again, leave it probably about another 8 hours to make sure that it's fully cured.
8 hours later.
Okay, so for the next part now we have these like overlapping parts. So the back ones we don't need no more because they're only going to get in the way when I add it into its frame. But the front ones we definitely want to keep. So I'm just going to go around with some sharp scissors and we're going to go ahead and trim around the excess.
I like it a lot.
Okay guys, we're at the halfway point roughly, and I just wanted to say if you're enjoying this video, please slap that like button, and if you want to be a really awesome viewer, why not hit the subscribe button, because you really don't want to miss out on future builds that we've got in the pipeline, and we have got some cool stuff coming up. So, back to the video. So now that we've got the outside frame made, for the next stage I need to take down the original poster, and I'm going to go ahead and chuck it onto my bed where I can work on this. So this part is your traditional everyday, just peeled back those little metal clamps. Now if you've ever worked these before, they are havoc on your fingers and your fingernails. They do not take any prisoners. And the only problem with this kind of picture frame is they only allow you to bend these roughly about 4 or 5 times maybe, and then they always tend to break. So if you are going to resurface old picture frames, you might want to take that into effect, because you don't know how many times people have messed about with them in the past. So you might only this might be like your last opportunity to make something cool with it. So now I'm going to go ahead and carefully remove the original poster and put that somewhere safe while we go ahead and clean the inside of the glass. Now this frame I bought pre-owned. Originally it had a Terminator poster in there, but it was a bit knackered, if I'm honest. It was a bit used. So just a quick test there. Brilliant, it is the right size. So if I'm truthfully honest, I kind of knew that anyway, because no point in me starting the project and then get to this stage and find out that it's not right. But I thought I'd just show it on camera rather than everyone thinking I've just winged it. And what's next, I hear you ask? Well, we're going to go in with a makeup brush and we're going to go ahead and we're going to clean the inside of the perspex. Okay, so now that that's nice and clean, for the next stage we can go ahead and add our new leaf frame. Obviously upside down, because obviously it's going to be sandwiched by forward to back. And hopefully those leaves aren't going to make this a lot wider than what the picture frame would be. So I think we've got it just right. So back in with the poster. Now I realised that the reason why the poster was sagging originally was it was like a couple of, probably about a centimetre something too long for the frame. So how I managed to do that first time round, I have no idea. I must have been in a hurry or something. So I'm gonna go in with some trusty scissors. I'm going to go ahead and trim off a couple of centimetres off the top. Now I'm not necking the actual picture yet, because this was just general, just white paper, a white border anyway, so I'm just trimming off the white. And now that that's done, for the next stage I just need to go ahead and line it all up, and then we can sandwich the back on, and then we can make sure those little tabs are pushed nicely in place, like keeping this nice and secure. And in order to keep this a little bit more secure, I'm just going to go over with some masking tape just to help keep those pins in place. And yeah, once that's done, we can go ahead and remount it on the wall. And now I'm going to go in with 2 little compound strips, and then these are going to go on the bottom of the frame. Now if you've never used these before, they're really good. Basically it's just like Velcro with double sticky on either side, and they're really good at sticking things on the wall. But the best thing about it is they have like a little pull tab, and then when you pull the tab later on, if you want to like take the picture down or something, it takes the Velcro, the sticky, away, but it doesn't leave any marks on the wall. So yeah, they really are really good in situations like this.
Perfect.
Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I know this is a bit of a mini build compared to what I normally do, but I thought with it being the month of October and I've been needing to do this for about 2 years now, I thought it was the perfect time and opportunity to do it. So thankfully I already had these autumn leaves just sitting around doing nothing, and I thought, what the hell, why not go ahead and put A to B and make, you know, a much better C, if for lack of better words. But all in all, really like how this turned out, and the autumn leaves really capture the feel of the, not only the month but the movie itself, and it gives it almost like a 3DS kind of feel to it. And I really love how it like just kind of frames the actual words of Trick or Treat. So yeah, I'm really happy with this all around. So if you've enjoyed this video, please slap that like button, share on Facebook and X, because it helps new people find the YouTube channel, which I'm always appreciate. Thank you for any help. If you have any comments, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you want to be a really awesome viewer, please take 5 minutes to check out my Patreon page, where with your help and support we can do these videos full time rather than part time, which means a lot more content for you and a lot more work for me. So once again, I'm Francis Gray, thank you for watching, and this has been the reworked Trick or Treat So once again, I'm Francis Gray, and this has been the reworked Trick or Treat poster from the awesome movie Trick or Treat. See you in the next build. If you like the content that I'm making, you'd like to support my work, here is a few links in the description, but only if you can afford it, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.